Thanks, Mike, and the rest of the ClickHouse team for having me here. I'm Austin. I'm from Glui. Glui is a play on GUI, which stands for Graphical User Interface, and we make interactive media backed by powerful first-party data. We allow advertisers to capture leads, sales, and signups directly within display ads. I'm going to get into some of those use cases here. So here are some of the partners we've worked with. We primarily work with agencies, publishers, brands, sometimes ad tech partners as well. As you can see, some pretty recognizable names here. Here's a Glui experience. So this is for lead generation. This is a campaign we did with Works. They are a gardening tool company. They have a competition entry mechanism, basically, to win a free leaf blower. What we did is we enabled this skin to capture a name and email to enter a competition to win a leaf blower. We integrated directly within the CRM for Works and facilitated that direct lead capture in paid media. Here's another example. This is a B2B lead gen example for SAP to download a white paper. So as you can see in the GIF, we're asking kind of a question like, what are you trying to get out of SAP? And then asking them to fill out their information, their business email, their phone number, directly within paid media. Before I go any further, so paid media is basically ads you see on any old website. And the way that works is advertisers are going through a marketplace to bid for placements on these websites. So they're saying, I want to show my ad on CNN, and they're battling with other people, other brands who want to show their ad on CNN as well, and they're bidding. So I'll pay you this amount. Okay, I'm going to pay you more. So it's this that's programmatic advertising, and there's complex algorithms behind the scenes that are running that whole that bidding system. So and you serve ads in the millions of impressions. So you'll say, I want to serve 10,000 impressions, which is basically at one time an ad is shown a day, or you'll say, I want to spend this much a day. You go on to something called a DSP, which is a demand-side platform, allows you to do that bidding. And so there's a lot of events and a lot of things happening very fast because ads are shown millions of times a second on tons of websites across the world, because ads are how the internet is paid for, kind of, in a sense. So we also offer kind of mobile-first landing pages. So we'll do display ads that mimic kind of landing pages in a sense. So you can serve ads on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever, and capture leads there. So this was for Yellowstone, Montana country. They are trying to get people to download and receive a free travel voucher. So all we're asking for is just name, email, and their address. And we can use this information also to create audiences to better target people as well. Here's an example of a value exchange campaign we did with Vodafone. So basically, we're just asking for their name, email. Also, we enabled a postcode search directly within this, basically to get a free SIM card. So we're also asking for marketing consent too as well. So do you consent to receive more information about Vodafone? So this is really key to a successful campaign, having intelligent value exchange that engages the consumer to complete whatever call to action, because you need to offer something if you want somebody to give their email, their phone number, or whatever information there is about them. Here's one we did for Skoda in the UK. This is for test drives. We're basically connecting users with the dealership that's closest to them so they can book a test drive for their Skoda Enyaq in this case. With this campaign, we integrated directly into DriftRock CRM, which is kind of like a CRM for automotive companies. And this is directly within a desktop skin. So I don't know, you guys can see this gray area would just be any old website you're on. I don't know if you guys have seen ads like this that kind of go around the border of the article or whatever you're on. So, I mean, usually you click on an ad, and it's going to take you to another page. But with our tech, you can actually just fill out your information directly within it. Here's how a Glui campaign typically works. 4 easy steps. We kick off, so we do a campaign brief to identify what channels you want to advertise on, what formats you want to use, and your kind of core KPIs. You join the Glui platform and integrate into your CRM or marketing platform, wherever you want to receive those leads. Then you work with our design team to build out a creative, and our engineering team will basically build that for you, HTML. We launch it, we deploy across channels, and we track events. This is where ClickHouse comes in. And we start receiving first-party data. And then after the campaign's over, usually about 30 to 60 days, we review the campaign performance and get our learnings. Here's some of our integrations we offer in our integration marketplace. So if you use HubSpot, Monday, Salesforce, MailChimp, whatever you want to use, you can just log into Glui and sign into your account there and set up your integration. So here's where we kind of get into where ClickHouse plays a key role into what we do. So we capture analytics on every single event that happens within our ads. So if you think of our ads, they're kind of like micro web pages. We call them like microsites. We track if people click the first name field, if they click the last name field, and then they enter their email, and then say they dropped off at, they clicked on the phone number field, but they didn't fill out their phone number or something like that. That's an example of kind of a user interaction with our unit. So this is something that marketers are really interested in because they're looking for soft metrics that they can rely on to prove the performance of their campaigns that go beyond just clicks and conversions. That's typically the metric, is like whether somebody clicked on an ad or whether they just filled out the information. So we provide closed loop attribution because we're actually serving the kind of form directly where the ad is being placed. You know exactly where those people are converting at, and you know which websites are performing well for you. So omni-channel, obviously we do this across display, on desktop, on websites, but we also do it on social media like Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat. And we provide a conversion funnel breakdown, so see where your audience is engaging, by capturing that event level data with every interaction with our Glui ads. So this is how we use ClickHouse. So we use it for our in-ad event tracking. So we track form fills, button clicks, hovers, quiz answers, time in ad, impressions, drop-offs, all inside our HTML5 ad units and landing pages. And because we're in the programmatic advertising space where it's really easy for large-scale kind of impressions to happen very quickly, we deliver our ads to our clients, and then they go and serve it on websites. And we don't really know exactly when they're going to suddenly just put 1 million impressions onto one of our ad units. So we need something that can ingest thousands of events per second across our distributed ad units running on the open web and on social media. And we chose ClickHouse because it's purpose-built for fast analytical queries over large-scale event data, which is what we need. Like I said, those soft metrics go just beyond clicks and conversions. We use ClickHouse to track millions of events happening within our interactive ads. And that needs to happen at scale, it needs to happen very fast. And we need to be able to be ready for when a client is going to suddenly serve our ad to millions of people across the globe. Here's what one of our engineers said about it. He said, "We're making use of its append-to-log design to massively scale ad event capture with excellent performance. In load test scenarios, we achieved over 1,000 requests per second of write operations. And that's running a 3-container setup on our Cycle.io cloud, which is our container management platform, with a single ClickHouse cloud instance." And that's from our guy, Augustine, out in Argentina. So we currently offer 2 things. The first thing is our Glui Creative Studio. So this is perfect for agencies who want to try something new on display. You leverage our team to build interactive media and microsites. We'll let you, serve the ads wherever you want. We deliver creative by industry experts, guided by kind of a UX first mentality. We're really thinking about the user, which is essentially the customer, and kind of what they're interested in. And because we track all the events, within our ads, we pay attention to things like if somebody we notice, for example, people are dropping off when they have to, enter their address. We'll go to a client and say, hey, maybe let's find a different way to get people's location. Let's just do a zip code instead of a full address or something like that. Just to provide that kind of better user experience for consumers. So we also have a Glui performance network, so we'll go and actually run the ads for you on a DSP. This is perfect for brands who don't have an in-house media buying team or are currently working with a media agency. We're doing a pilot program as well right now, so we'll build a high-performing interactive experience on us. You just have to pay the media budget to go and serve that programmatically, but we'll do a 30-day campaign with you completely for free. And we'll promise we can get you that creative in less than 2 weeks. We've done it in 2 days before. And at the end, we'll provide benchmarks for A/B testing and just requested feedback on your ads. So it's something we're currently offering. Well, thanks for listening to me. I'll open up to questions if anybody has any. I've got some case studies after this if we want to go into that. But thank you, ClickHouse, for having me, and nice talking to y'all.